Alright, so I played a game recently called Cafe Rain 2, a sequel to a point-and-click game I was very lukewarm on. This time it's a lot more smooth, intuitive, and better paced. Honestly, even enjoyed some puzzles here, which is not common. Anyway, it's a good point-and-click, although Cafe is still not very likable. What is it about? A bitchy PI biker who goes around getting drunk, burning bridges, and ruining everything, only to somehow draw the nicest people to her. After the bizarre case Kathy solved in '95, she established herself, only to dash it all. One last job from her mentor, and it just might work. But maybe everything is not as simple as it first appears. So what did I enjoy? Lucas and Eileen. Most everyone else are okay, but Eileen is basically the nicest girl. And Lucas is a walking, talking cliché spouter. It's a fairly basic writing for these characters, but if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Besides that, I suppose the mystery was fairly interesting. That is, if it continued into a... well, okay, screw it, spoilers be damned. It's all occult nonsense again. I was hoping it would be a messed up serial killer, but instead it's all old god this and old god that. I hated that. But what I did like is how it was set up. Going from clue to clue, sometimes very clearly breaking the law and annoying a whole bunch of people. Also, it took a while to actually spell out who the culprit was. For the longest time I've assumed it was someone else, just because of the available places to travel. But that might have simply been a red herring. Anyway, I was kept guessing and I enjoyed that, even if the end result was a disappointment. Then there are the graphics, the voice acting, the puzzles, yada yada yada. Oh yeah, and actually speaking of that, there are two puzzles in particular that I especially enjoyed. One is a pager or police code one. That one was fairly simple once I stopped overthinking it. The game was a bit confusing as to what it wanted though, but there was clearly logic to it. And, well, that just reminds me of Murder on Space Station 52. Where calling that logic alien would be an insult to aliens. And the second puzzle is the computer one. The player is provided with a book and a CD with utilities to crack the PC password. And they have to get through the BIOS and then scan data to figure it all out. As a guy who regularly uses cheat engine but doesn't know how to actually make it do anything more advanced than set 1 to 99999, well, this puzzle made me feel like a hacker. I mean, it pretty much is hacking, right? Great stuff. Satisfying puzzles are hard to nail, but we definitely managed this time. So what did I dislike? Jeez, Kathy is still the weakest part in all this. And some characters are just written to be unlikable. Which isn't unrealistic, not gonna get along with everybody, but it's just lazy writing. That guy at Eileen's work seems okay at first, but once Kathy talks to him, he turns into a giant douche. Then there are interactions where Kathy is clearly out of line, but it's written off just her being herself, and the people wave at her like, oh you... I simply do not like her at all. She is such a bitch. And by the way, Josh was kinda pushy and needy, but holy crap does she owe that guy. He definitely deserves better. And Lucas and Eileen needs a bloody medal for putting up with her. Anyway, the ending was not great either. The resolution is probably a better way to put it. There's this sequence at the end, and while the puzzles were actually enjoyable, again, the story aspect of them did not resonate with me at all. Visually, some of the moments were pretty cool though. That glass one and the burning... she looks like Bulwer 4 Dragon. Guess I liked it visually as well. But I did not like the ending either. I didn't feel like it was earned, but I guess it worked. So in the end, I did think it was a pretty good game. After the start at least. The match and date puzzle was a bit of a turn-off. But after that, I was on a pretty smooth sailing. Not every game can be old skies, but it's good enough to recommend.